Hey, what is up guys? Welcome to this week's Learning Urien video where we'll be talking about another Aegis mix-up. So this is going to be a kind of a short video just showing a new Aegis mix-up you might not have thought of. This mix-up only works in the Cornor. This is going to be a Cornor only mix-up that is truly a classic Urien Aegis reflector mix-up where you can really, it turns the tide of battle. It makes a situation that is very unfavorable to you into a favorable situation. It is not like it is mid-screen, kinda equal on life, or you know, both about to die, you get this one hit and suddenly they're dead. This is very much you will most likely get to use this mix-up most of the time when you're having a bad round. Your opponent has pushed you to the corner, you know, he's gotten a jump in, he's gotten the combo, you have V-trigger now, and now this is your time to use this mix-up to make it into a favorable situation for you. And that's why I really like this mix-up. It's a very classic old school mix-up now. It's back from when season 2 was new. I think it was actually maybe found in season 1 by Nemo. So it's an old mix-up, but still a really good one in my opinion, even with the new scaling. So first in this video I'm gonna show you the mix-up, of course. Then I'm gonna break down the mix-up, break down the Aegis mix-up, into the different parts that might be hard, because there's a lot of things happening really quick in this combo / mix-up. And then I'm gonna tell you about the different 50-50 options, which there isn't a lot of them, but the ones that are very effective and very safe, so you can most of the time get out unscathed if you get the first hit, but the mix-up, but you guess wrong in the 50-50. So first, let's show you. You need to be in the corner to do this. You actually need to be in the corner. Your opponent needs to be out of the corner. He doesn't need to stand here. Depending on where he stands, you need to evaluate how many hits you can get on him. It's very important, as we talked about in another video, the Aegis mirror has 3 hits. It's very important you use the last hit of the Aegis mirror for a bounce. If you mistime it or miscalculate or miscount the amount of hits there is on the mirror, you're gonna look like a doofus. So this is the mix-up I'm talking about. Missed the last part, but yeah, you see, this is the mix-up. A lot of things happening really fast here, so we're gonna break it down. First of all, you have the hit. We use crouch medium kick most of the time when we want to face for this Aegis V trigger, because it's a fast button, high priority because it's medium. It can hit people standing, which is a situation a lot of time they are in. They're trying to walk back and forward to bait a throw from you or something. You can just hit them with the crouch medium kick. You can also, of course, use stand medium punch. Even stand medium kick can be good, because if they're approaching from a bit further away, you can really catch a lot of people off guard, because stand medium kick has a bit of a further range, and of course it works just the same. So that's the first part of this. The second part is the button right after. As you can see, because we have a bit of a range between Rio and Urien right now, you can only do 1 hit of the mirror, because they get a bounce. They bounce into the mirror with the first hit into the cancellation. So, and also a big important part about this one first hit, and I know this might sound a bit weird, but it's very important you do a button that doesn't move you, because if you do a button that moves Urien, you're gonna mess up the spacing for the EX shoulder that comes later. So it's gonna be harder to get them 50-50 when they're bouncing on the mirror. So it's important you do something like stand medium punch, stand hard punch. You can use both these buttons, but you can't use crouch medium punch. That's the important button I'm trying to talk about right now. You can't use like this button, because you can see it moves Urien forward, which means the distance is off now, and the mix-up won't work as well. So what we do after this, we get the hit, we get the second hit, we do a hard punch headbutt, also a bit faster. We do a hard punch headbutt after a crouch hard punch to get the bounce. Now we're on this side. We do a hard punch fireball into EX shoulder on this side. We cancel the first hit of the EX shoulder into the mirror. The backwards mirror. I'm holding back and doing Aegis, so close mirror, to get the bounces on the mirror. So that is the different parts of this mix-up, to get the whole thing working. Now when they're bouncing, this is actually hard. I remember this being hard in the start, like the years ago I practiced this the first time. It's actually getting the medium punch. You want to hit the forward medium punch. Man, I can't hit that today. You want to hit the forward medium punch. Yeah. as they're falling down after the first bounce on the mirror. That is the easiest place to do it in. If you let them bounce twice on the mirror, it becomes way harder to time it. It's kinda, at least in my natural rhythm, it's the best timing for me to do it. I see the bounce, I see them fall down, I do forward medium punch as I know when I know it's gonna hit there. If you miss it at that time, if you miss the forward medium punch, it's gonna be really hard to recuperate and actually start the mix up, even though you have a second bounce on it. So that's the different parts of this mix up. Now, where does the 50-50 happen in it? Of course, you can see I'm changing side to going behind the opponent. It's a legit 50-50 in that matter. It's very hard for the opponent to see if you're gonna end in front or in back. It is almost impossible. So it's a pure guess. Left or right. That's the first thing about this mix-up. And that's basically the whole 50-50. It's very, very good because it gives you a lot of damage. But in terms of like guessing and how much in favor and how much you're not in favor, it is actually mostly a 50-50 guess from you and him. It's not really rock, paper, scissors. It's not really like you have 70% chance of hitting this, yes, 20, 30%. It's like left or right. There's really not more to this mix-up than that. But it's important for you to understand what you can get if they block, if they guess right and they're blocking. What is your best options to get out of the situation right now? Because the tricky one is of course the one that goes behind. But if you stand in front here and they, of course, now suddenly you're taking a good part of HP of your opponent, health of your opponent. He's close to stun, you are in front, now he's in the corner. Turn the whole tide of the round. You can be one guess away from winning this round now. That's really good, even if he blocks this last part. Of course, if he doesn't block it, that's just better. You're even closer to winning the round now. But what can you get if you're actually on this side and they're blocking it? Oh. Let's say they block this first two. We can only do. Let's say they block this first mirror. A lot of people are inclined, because they're in a panicky situation right now. They're blocking Urien close to them. They'll most of the time do a throw. And that's just from personal experience. This is not like something I can say. It's just through a lot of experience and a lot of testing on human subjects, if you can say it like that. I've seen that a lot of people like to do a throw after this. So if you just calm down for a second, don't press a button, wait for them to whiff a throw. You just stand here and whiff punch that throw, and you get this nice and simple. Good damage. And they might even be stunned. So, and of course you don't even need to do that. You can go for some shimmy work, you know, you set them in a block situation, you can go for a meaty, the wall is yours. They're in the corner, you're not, and you're close to killing them. Of course you're also close to dying. Remember this, if you get this V-trigger off, most of the time, it's because you also have been close to dying. But yeah, very good in this situation. But of course this is less tricky, and a lot of people will kinda subconsciously be blocking this way because they don't know the mix-up, so they don't block to the other side, or they just guessed right, yeah. But of course, as you get to higher levels, people know about this mix-up and they gotta block to the other side, so it's better to stay in front of it, yeah. That's just some mind games there. But the other side is the more interesting part. We're actually gonna set Rio to block after first hit. Let's check. Because remember when you do this, you're doing a stand hard kick, which puts you in a +2 situation. It puts you in a +2 situation, stand hard kick. So after the stand hard kick, you can do a button. So what I like to do, still remembers, yeah, good, I still remembers. What I like to do if I'm on the other side, I want to get out of the corner as fast as possible. I don't want to try and guess with a throw or something like that. That's sometimes a possibility, but what I like to do is this one. Oh. I like to cancel a crouch medium punch into knee. Suddenly I'm out of the corner. A lot of people is not gonna react to this, not know about this, and they can't really punish it. So you're out of the corner, you tried to mix up, he blocked the last part, you got some damage, back to neutral, you can try to get the comeback from here. That's really good in my opinion. And of course, like from the other side, if you do the other side, you still, as I talked about, get the stand hard kick, so you get a +2 situation. And they most likely are gonna whiff a throw here. If you just take a mini step backwards, you're not gonna get thrown, and you can whiff punish the throw. So yeah, this is the Cornor cross under Aegis mix-up. I think I want to call it. It's Nemo's mix-up, but Nemo has so many mix-ups, I can't call them all Nemo's cross under mix-up. But of course I want to give the credit to him, because I'm pretty sure he was the one that discovered this, and it's a really good mix-up. But yeah, this was a short video just showing this off. I hope you learned, I hope you taught you something, and I hope you gave you a bit of food for thought, even if you knew this mix-up. Thank you guys so much for watching. I know it was a shorter video, but I wanted to, I still think this is important to know, like, different Urien mix-ups with Aegis, because it is bread and butter for Urien to understand how to do these Aegis combos and Aegis mix-ups. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys so much for the good reception on the headbutt loop video, and yeah, please put a comment below if there's something I went over a bit too fast, if there's something you need help with, if there's something you want me to talk. I saw some suggestions from the last video. I'm still thinking about how I want to phrase that. But yeah, give the video a like if you liked the video. Give the, subscribe if you want to get notified when I do these weekly videos. Else, thank you so much for watching, and have a nice day.